And good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody doing this morning on this fine Wednesday? Last Wednesday of February. Yeah, it is the last Wednesday of February. If it's your first time here, long time here, I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather's like in your area. Today's topic of choice, this might be one that we kind of need because I know that I have been trying to do better at it, but doing a daily brain dump. Doing a daily brain dump. I'll try and get that figured out because there's a lot that goes on in this noggin, and it's not. I'm sure you're in the same spot, right? There's so much stuff swirling around, and you don't know where to start, and then you get anxiety, or you get frustrated, or you get stressed out with it, or maybe you've forgotten something because you didn't write it down. So as makers, well, creativity is at the heart of what we do, and when we have that, what does that? You get the CC, the creativity chaos, right? We need a way to manage that chaos. And so when we feel stuck, um, we don't have to feel overwhelmed, and we don't have to feel burnt out. This last couple of weeks, I've been kind of going through some personal stuff, and I usually try and put on the bright shiny face and do that. But man, it's been tough on some of the back end stuff, and like I get in my head, and so I just need to brain dump, put everything down with it. So we're going to go over some ideas for it. What exactly it is, because it is what it sounds like. I'm going to give you 5 tips, and then I'm giving you the ultimate tool that I've been using to really help me, because it is something that I think will help you as well. But before we get into that, let us check in and see how people are doing. Like even right now, see, shaking. There's no reason for it, but yep, here I am. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. Currently 60, the high is 76. Love that. Love that. Let's see. And Barb, good morning. 32. Barb, wasn't too long ago. It was like negative 32. I think it was just last week. Oh, what are the cup? 5 things. Quotes, graphic design, laser testing. Ooh, fabric cutting. Ooh, work on the business. Love it, love it, love it. Hi, Chuck from Barb. Jenny's checking in this morning from rainy 34 degrees. Yeah, I woke up this morning and it was very wet outside. I'm like, oh, it must have rained overnight, because everything shouldn't have still melted. But the problem with this time of year, right? We were negative temps last week with snow still on the ground, and now it's 50s and 60s, and everything's thawed out. So it is a total mess outside. Total mess. Hi, Jenny. George, my friend, how are you doing, buddy? What's been new with you? All I heard was daily dump. Well, brain dump. Brain dump. Unless well, it's Jeff. Jeff's going to take it there. So go for it, Jeff. Take your dump today. Take your dump. And Tim, great embroidery morning from Toledo, Ohio. Great embroidery morning. A 34 out pink monster drink. And Brian says, dude, we have all been sick since Saturday. So I completely get all. Oh, my God. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, being sick adds to it. Ryan, I hope you start feeling better, man. It is, we had sickness run through our house, and really, honestly, I don't think I've been the same since. I have been a lot more worried about stuff. Like, there's bids that we have out for jobs, and I get scared for them every year. Even though we do them, they could decide to go somewhere else. We've got at least 5 that we've done for years, and they've got new board members. And when we send them stuff, yep, here's what we've done, and here's this, and then we checked in with them. Well, yep, we got to take the board because we're getting other bids. So that's stressful, because all in all, that could be $20,000-$30,000 gone, and so just like constantly trying to redo that. Other sales have went down, what some sales have went up. So we're analyzing that. What's going on with this? What are we doing here? How do we do this? Continuously like looking at the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've got 15 stores on the board, right now. And of those 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, be 8 of them. 8 of them I know we will do for sure. because we're already at that stage with it. But the other ones I don't know, and they're ones that we've done, and so it's constantly putting that stuff out there. Even though I feel confident in what we do and how we do it, it's bringing in that constant stream of things and going through it and be like, what do I have to do with this? What am I doing here? As we go into spring, I know that when we push the signs, banners, things like that for our outdoor stuff, we do well with it, but I don't remember to do it, so I need to do that. I need to make sure that I'm posting multiple times a day that, hey, we do signs, hey, that we do banners, hey, that we do. But then is my message getting lost because we're doing all this stuff? And so just focus on the merch stores, and that's what we do. Focus on merch stores, fundraising, teamwear. And that's why I have that. I don't have it perfect. I don't have it. Yep, this is exactly what to do because it's going to be different for you. But I need to start that brain dump process of just going through and writing through everything that's on my head. The anxiety is real. Like, we had some deep conversations last night, and it kept me up a lot of the night. Just waking up in the middle of the night from dreams and brain dumping it all. And it is just, how do you guys deal with that? That's what I want to know. How do you deal with that? And Dumpy Jeff over there, morning all, 44, chance of 65. Gorgeous there in Northern Kentucky. Had Diet Wild Cherry Pepsi in the cup, 5 things. Honestly, no idea today. Ooh, excuse me. Waiting on ink to show up because my full box of ink was actually empty. Oh, I've been there. Jerry, all Jerry heard was take a dump too. Jerry, take a dump. Take a dump, Jerry. And Brian said, I kept waking up to run to the bathroom and thinking of everything that isn't getting done. The entire shop has been, oh my God, Brian, that's the worst. That's the worst feeling because, like, even yesterday, I felt like I got a lot accomplished. I had 2 meetings, closed 1 sale, started setting up another store. We're setting up different, so it's going to be a long store to set up. I had plans where I had people that I needed to call and check in with. It wasn't until like 7, 8 o'clock last night that they're like, "Hey, just waiting to hear from you," and the day just got away from me. And I know I did stuff yesterday, and I know I crossed stuff off my list, and I know I advanced the business, but it sure as hell didn't feel like that at the end of the day. It was like, what exactly got accomplished today? Because I have so much stuff going on in my head that I'm worried about, thinking about, is this not getting done? Is that getting done? Hey, how much did we spend on this? Is that worth spending on this? Is that where it's just, it's just not good for me, man. And hi, George, Jeff, Tim, Brian, and Jerry from Barb. And Jeff says, Brian, we're dealing with the same thing. Someone was baking the house for a month straight. Legit. And just when you think everybody's over it, somebody brings it back. And it starts there. Like, I've got this tickle, and it's just because I had sinus issues, and now that stuff's draining. And so it's there. But it just goes round, round, round. Hi, Barb, from Jerry and Jeff. Josh, good morning. Attempting to get caught up on some embroidery work, Blazer engraving, press and shirts. Love hearing that, Josh. Jerry from Jeff, and hi, Josh from Barb, and good morning from James, and poor Brian. That's the worst. It is. It 100% is. Brian says, I worked at that shop yesterday, but I almost had no idea what I did. And I think we run into that a lot where we know we're working, we know we're doing stuff, but are we really getting things done? So, when it comes to this, this brain dump, I'm gonna keep saying dump because I know how much Jerry and Jeff like to hate those little 12-year-olds. But it's a brain dump is exactly as it sounds. It's a way to get all those ideas, those to-dos, the worries, the creative sparks, get everything out of your head and onto paper or a digital note. And we'll talk about that because I have something that I just thought about after this, and I'm like, well, this is what I've been using, so I should really say, here's how we get it from there. Because it's not about organization or structure or anything like that. It's just about trying to clear that mental clutter out of there so you can then focus and create and grow your business. So the things that I've kind of came up with is we got to free up that stuff because when we clear that mental clutter, when we clear that mental clutter, to free up creativity. There's a lot going on in that sentence. So when our brain's full of all these unfinished ideas, client orders, social media tasks, personal responsibilities, family obligations, what's for dinner, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. Hello, overwhelmed here. in this daily brain dump will allow you to off-road those thoughts. We're going to offload them, and we're going to make space for that creativity. So I know we've been here. We're trying to work on a new design for a project, but we keep going back to that email we forgot to send or we need to reply to, or the supplies that we need to order, or the other thing that we need to do. So writing everything out, I know we have our list of 5. What are 5 things that we're going to accomplish today? Which, put your 5 in here. What are 5 things that you're going to accomplish today? For me, I've got DTF, I've got stickers, I've got to order supplies, I've got shirts that need to be pressed, and I need to work on stores. Those are 5 things. So in my brain dump, then I can start building from that. But one of the things you do is each morning, just set a 5-minute timer. Everybody has a phone, so everybody can do this. You can go to your phone, you can set a timer in just 5 minutes and just write everything that comes to mind. Don't filter it or organize it or anything. Just dump it all out. Just dump it. You could do your 5 minutes while you're doing your other 5 minutes, if you know what I mean there. But just dump it out. Just put everything on there for it. Now, we've got everything out here for it. What can we do? When we look at it, I don't know about you, but I feel like some of my greatest ideas come when I least expect them. I'm not working on this. I'm seeing something I'm doing there. It's coming while I'm driving, in the shower, right before bed. And if you don't catch them, they just disappear. So having that brain dump, having something close to be able to write it down, make sure that you don't lose those great ideas, those valuable creative sparks, whatever it is. Sometimes you just have a random thought while maybe cooking dinner. I know I've been that. And I know I can't trust my memory for it. So you just jot it. You just jot it down. Just write it down. Keep a little notebook. That way you have it in there. Have those little notepads, those little notebooks that are by stations and things, so that way you can write notes on it and put it all in there. One of the biggest things that you can do, and this is something that I'm going to maybe start looking at doing, is a journal. Even if it's just on my phone. It could be on a phone, it could be a whiteboard, it could be in a notebook. Just journal more. Here, what's going on? Here's where I can put this. And on my phone, we all have notes. We can talk right into it. We can say the things that are on it right there. We have that by us at all times. So you don't need the special tool I'm going to show you later, because you have a phone, and those things can all do it. So number 3 is we're going to reduce that feeling that feeling of overwhelm feeling. Yeah, by kind of prioritizing those tasks, because we do make a lot of hats, but we wear a lot of hats, right? We're a designer, we're a marketer, we're a customer service rep, we're a business owner, we are a production worker, we are a parent, we are a spouse, we are a sibling, we are a child, we are a friend, we have obligations everywhere. So with so many responsibilities, it's easy to feel paralyzed. It's easy just to do that. And that is what I've been feeling a lot lately, where just sick, just like literally sick to my stomach, where I've got so much going on and I don't know where to start. And this is where I start. I start, for me, this being able to talk to you guys. Monday when we talked, it was about, the stress of screwing jobs up, things like that. And we were in our mentorship meeting, and somebody said, yep, I screwed something up. And I was like, yeah, we all do. And so it's when we're open and honest about these things, it makes it easier to be able to talk about it, to know that you're not alone. And you're not alone in this. So by writing things out, it gives us that chance to see everything in one place. So then we can look at it and decide, what really matters to us. What do we really need to get done? So maybe, somebody, you're making signs today, right? So in this morning, you're writing everything down, brain dumping, putting everything down there. So, you knew you had to do those signs, but you were able to look at your list and prioritize the things. That's why I do the 5. The brain dump is just a little bit more than the 5. Because that's where the 5 is going to come from. Is we're going to take 5 things from that list and we're going to prioritize them. Those are the things that we're going to get done today. So we're going to spend those 5 minutes just to brain dump, write everything that's on there, carry over anything that you had written down the day before, whatever it is, and then just take 2 minutes to highlight 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to take action on and do today? It's a struggle. It's not something that's just going to happen, and maybe it will happen, just quick like you. But a lot of times for me, I have to stay in the system, keep doing it over and over and over for before that it will take interest. And this is where I need you guys. How do you feel about things? How are things working for you? What kind of issues? What kind of issues are you having? What kind of things? What did I just move somewhere? Did not need to go because I'm getting a message. Everybody on YouTube can see me, right? I'm getting a little pop up from YouTube, so I'm going to pop up to the YouTube studio and make sure that everything is golden over there because that does not look well. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves about everything as we go through this because this is there. But I mean, why I'm going to try and like this. I'm going to try and do two things at once. Probably shouldn't because I'm probably going to screw that up and see what kind of stuff we get into. But part of the brain dump is it does solve problems, because we can get stuck. We can get stuck in the daily, just the daily life of things. What's happening, what's going on, what are we doing, how are we performing? We're our own worst critics, I believe. Like while we sometimes find flaws in everything, other people never see those flaws, and there's just parts of that you just um, that you just deal with. That the constant striving for perfection, but perfection is unachievable. What do you do? Like, how do you make things better? When I look at stuff and we're going through it, we can use these brain dumps to solve some more problems because we can get stuck in a project, and it's not because we lack the skills or the knowledge or we don't lack anything from it. It's just our minds are cluttered. So that brain dump could possibly be that big powerful way to break through and make sure that you're getting stuff done right. You can break through those creative blocks and things with it. So you know maybe we talk about this a lot with people is changing their pricing structure, doing that. So maybe you're struggling with that, on how to price something. So maybe write down every question, every worry, any idea on pricing that you have, and then maybe you'll start seeing patterns and solutions to that. Maybe like right now we're going into spring. So we've got St. Patrick's Day coming up, we've got spring coming up, we've got Easter, we've got graduation, we've got wedding season, we've got spring sports. There's a lot going on. So as we go through this, if somebody's theming stuff out, like, hey, we're going to do St. Patrick's, Easter, whatever, just dump out all your ideas, circle your favorite, and now, hey, all right, now I've whittled all those down. That's what I'm going to focus on. Those best themes will become the collection of it. So, the next time you're stuck on something, just brain dump everything out of there. Pros, cons, concerns, possibilities, and then take a step back and look at the patterns of those. Now, this one, it's kind of where we're gonna wrap up and see because I want to hear your opinion. It looks like everything should be good to go there. So yes, we are good there. I see all the yeses here. Everything is here. So Jerry wants us to recap as we go through it. So as we go through, one was going to be clearing up mental clutter for the to free up the creativity. Two is we're going to organize ideas better before they disappear. Three is reduce overwhelm by prioritizing those tasks. Four is going to be using brain dumps to solve problems. And five, the one we're going to end up with, is brain dumps at the end of the day equal better sleep. This is what I've been told, and this is what I need to start doing because a lot of my stuff comes at night. And so maybe that makes the most sense for me. During the day, I'm focused on working, so there might not be so much there. And I traditionally in the morning do it. So maybe who, by show of hands, and if you don't want to show your hands because you're ashamed of it, that's fine. But I don't think it's anything to be ashamed about. But how many of you struggle with turning off your brain at night? If I had more hands, I would put them up. I do. I have such a struggle just turning off my brain, and it hurts. It messes with me mentally. It messes with me physically. I like last night. It was during dinner. Last night I made some amazing garlic bread smash burgers. If you haven't done that, do that. Instead for the buns, just get the Texas toast with garlic bread and put that on the flat griddle. And so we did that. Great sandwich, loved it. We started on other conversations, and I couldn't finish my meal. I had so much anxiety and so much just wonder. I felt like I was going to throw up. I still have that feeling right now because of things that we talked about, things that we did, and it's future stuff. It's like to sit back and look at my life at being 47. That double my age, I'm going to be 94. Probably not going to make it there. So my life's half over. Have I accomplished everything I want to accomplish? I'm looking at this and I don't think I'll ever be able to retire. So how do I figure that? Earn the earning years of my life. What do I need to do? And so I start thinking about that. And then I look at the other things that we've done and how we can do it. And it just, I get myself overwhelmed with it. So at night, I'm going to try that, just maybe take that 5 minutes and just write everything down and just write everything down there on everything that's in my mind and just go from it. So we're going to end the day with a brain dump, and, hopefully it's supposed to, lead to better sleep. We're going to do that. So those are the 5 things with it. The daily brain dumps, are simple but powerful tools for us makers. They're going to help clear up our mental clutter, capture ideas, prioritize tasks, solve problems, and we're going to find out if they improve sleep. When we start making these habits, then we'll find ourselves more focused, creative, and in control. So this is what I'm asking you starting today. Set aside 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at the night, whether it is during the morning or during the day or before bed, pick a time that's going to work for you and see if this small habit can really make a big impact on your productivity and your creativity. So that's what I want, like even right now, as I talk about this next thing, just take, when we're finished up here, just take a minute and write stuff down. Now, a tool that I have been using that will help me, and I'm going to go find the affiliate link because I know Jerry's here and she loves affiliate links. So I'm going to do that because I've used it in my business a lot lately. I use it when we are doing meetings. I use it when we are having calls. I use it when we go to meetings. I use it just in general when we're talking. And it's all this guy right here. This guy right here. Plod. This guy. If you do not have this, I would highly recommend you getting it. What it will do is you can carry it on through any conversation. I've used it a lot on calls and meetings that we went through, because a lot of my meetings and a lot of my calls, when we go to them, we're very focused on what it is, but then we also have, those ancillary ideas that come up in projects and this. And so if I didn't take the notes right or write something down, or if I got way too fast and I wrote something I can't read my own writing, I have issues. This little guy here will record it all. It will transcribe it for you. It will also do mind maps for you. It will give you summaries of things. And it's been amazing so far, and the information that I pulled from it. I think there's a free plan that gives you like 300 minutes a month. I think that's right. And you can do a paid plan for like $10 a month that gives you like 3,000. Highly, highly recommend you taking a look at it. And that is Plod. The whatchamacallit is right there. Excuse me. It is an affiliate link. I think I get like 2% off of it, but it's one of those that I've been using a lot, and it has definitely helped me out with it. So let's check in. Let me know, how are you feeling? How are you doing with stuff? And we'll get there. Where was I last at? Yes. Let's see. I think it was Cindy or Jeff or there. Oh God, it's been a while. It's been a while since I go back there. Let's see, at Brian. Don't fight it. Go to bed. Get better. The flu can do horrible things to your body long term. I think I'm feeling it because I worked through it. James, good idea. I definitely need to write ideas down daily. Yeah, and that's why I say if you get this Plod, because you can. It comes with a wristband, so you can wear it like here. It comes on lanyard or on necklace, so you can wear it there. I think it's got like up to 8 hours of recording time with it, 24 hours of recording. So it's definitely something to look at. Hey, I try, Jerry. I really try. And you guys help me more than you know just by being here to listen. How you guys can help is the more people we get here, I'd like to get back to where we were, where, we had, triple digits of people watching here. We had one time we did. And then we kind of went away from it. And that was on like Tuesday nights, Tuesday with Todd, which let me know. Do I need to start bringing back a Tuesday with Todd? My gut tells me yes, but on the flip side of it, there wasn't a huge return on it. Hey, at that time maybe we weren't really pushing affiliate links, or we were talking about things that we necessarily couldn't offer anything as far as service wise with prints, and so that's why one of the reasons it kind of went away is because it was 3 to 4 hours of prep for something that we didn't see a huge return on. I love doing it. I love the making part of it. I love showing it off, but what supports this channel? What supports the things? Using our affiliate links, using our services. If you need DTF transfers, UV, DTF transfers, signs, banners, decals, all of those things. I know a lot of you do those, but if you ever need those, we're here to help, and that's how we can do it. Well, back to Cindy. Morning. I wore sandals and shorts to get my Starbies. It was pretty nice out there this morning. Create, join shopping list, and maybe it'll be there when you get there, right? Mail run, replace sewing machine belts, Easter hair bow baking, dome pendants. Cindy's got a beautiful day. How's the craft store coming along, Cindy? What are we doing? Josh says, I use the notes app on my phone. Yeah, you have a phone. Use it right there. Jeff uses it. Just remember to use it, sadly. And that's why I like this guy, because I can just turn it on at the beginning of the day and just wear it, and it'll keep everything there with it. You have conversations with multiple people. It'll say person one, person two. If I'm having a conversation, say, with Jeff, and I say, okay, Jeff, let's talk about this. It will knows that, and you will now become Jeff in the system and show it all. In fact, as I go through it, let me pull up I'll pull up one of the things that we, where is it at? Plod, so you can see how it looks in the back end. But I would definitely, like I said, take a look at it. Yes, Barb, we're maintenance workers, we're garbage people, we are nurses, we're everything right there. Hi, Barb, and hello, Cindy and James. And yep, everybody could see me. That was during that part of it. Linda says, my sleeping pills help shut down my mind. That's a good thing to do. There's some sleepy gummies that I'm supposed to try. My problem is the last time I took like sleepy gummies, it was legit 8 hours of sleep, and I do not go to bed. I have to take those. I have to go to bed early because I'm up between 4 and 5 every morning. I don't know what would happen if I slept longer, and I need to get my stuff done. So that means I'd have to take those at like 8 o'clock at night, and half the time we're not even turning the TV on until 9. So I don't know. Never shuts off. It doesn't. My brain feels like it never shuts off on it. I'm right there with it. Let's see. This one, I gotta find one that's generated. Yep, there we go. We'll do that with it. Barb says, I brain dump at night and then I lay in bed and think about it. It helps to put the phone away at least an hour before bed. Oh, geez. Don't get me started on that one. That's a tough umbilical cord to cut. You are amazing, Barb. Amazing. You could share with the class. Yes. Right. This is a proven technique for better rest. Yeah, it's tough though. And Jeff said, sadly, the end of the day thoughts is when I've come up with some solid ideas. I'm telling you, get plod for it. Maybe you go to bed earlier. I don't know. I never sleep. I feel like that sometimes. Last night went to bed at 11, woke up, freaked out at 11:45, was up until 2, and then the alarm went off at 5. So that was my day. And let's see, we got that in there. Jerry, my brain never shuts up. My sarcasm can't be turned off, sadly. That's what we love about you, Jeff. The old-fashioned dictaphone with a new techie twist. Pretty much, absolutely. I get it. Hubby's the same way. Your sarcasm is at least funny. Ooh, what's that? This is Plod, and this is the guy that it is. I put the link in the comments so that way you can check it out. But I had a meeting, and as you can see, we went over speaker 1, speaker 2 is here, registration and cutoff for order schedule. So it did all of that. Discussion on t-shirt making design. So that was the material and the designs. It was talking about the sponsorship, tiers, and strategy. So it summarized all of this for it, sponsorship execution model. It puts it all in here, and then I can pull out 4 things on it that we need. And then, it also transcribes it all. So everything that was said is in there. It also will do a mind map for everything. So, as we look at, the weekly meeting, it can go through and break it down into individual parts. And then what needs to happen on the backside. So it is a fascinating little guy. And It's under $200 for it. I think it's like 179 for this. There's two versions of it. There's this one, and there's one that you can attach to your phone. This one seemed to be the one that other people were getting, so that's the one I went with because I'm a follower on technology. If somebody says something works, and it's been really nice with it. Hard to put so much effort in it with no return unless you love just doing it. Absolutely. And I love doing Tuesday with Todd. We got so busy with DTF transfers in that because where Tuesdays were is it was tough to shut production down early of that to focus on doing that. And lives, I can go live and chit chat like this, but when we want to do content like that, I need to make sure I plan so I have the product in place to have everything that we need. I make sure cameras are set up, and it's tough. It's tough to do that. And when there wasn't, when the return was diminishing and the DTF was going more, that was what kind of was leading to the end of it. I love doing the show. I love talking to people. I love helping people out. I love showing new products. I love doing that. But people weren't using affiliate links. So, yeah, this was great. And, I'd even say, they're like, hey, thanks for telling me about this. So oh, cool. Did you use the affiliate link? No. Well, thanks then. Thanks for nothing. But we've run into that. I don't know how many people I have sitting in my inbox right now that I have not answered because they are DTF questions and we didn't print for them. They're asking me questions about their DTF prints and how to make them better, and we're not printing for them. So what am I doing? Why am I wasting my time on things like that? If we're not printing for you, call your printer, ask them. And so I want to find the passion again. I want to find the love for it again. I want to do the things that I like to do. I just need to kind of get off my ass and make things happen. And James says, I write down important settings and then can't remember where I put them 2 months later. I have trouble with things that I don't do on a regular basis. 100% get that. So I know a couple people where they'll keep the little notebooks right by their pieces of equipment, and they'll do just like the bank string where they have it there and it's taped to it so it can't leave it. So it can't run away with it. I know people that do that with scissors, pens, tools for that, so the stuff can't away. The thing I like about Plod is that once it's in there, I can search for a topic and I can bring that up. So pretty good thing with that. Jerry, I can't leave half a gummy. I just need to go to bed earlier, right? Tim says, I keep my phone in my hand until I close my eyes. I'm pretty right there with you. Last night, I may have dozed on the couch a little, and I got up. And then, like I said, my fear is what happens when I die in my sleep? And somebody's like, well, the last thing he looked at, he fell asleep on his phone, was, Ken Sloth's Run. Hey, those are things that are in there. So usually, I'll put it down, but it's not an hour before bed. I'm not that good. You helped me 2 years ago troubleshoot my printer. And I love helping people, and I love doing it. And that's where I think we offer a good enough experience with people where, hey, we can handle, we know other DTF printers that we've worked with, that we've helped grow in the business. We've worked with that. EcoSolvent printers done the same thing. Businesses think that we're in a community. We're all here to help each other. And I know that, we're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and I know we're not going to produce everything for everybody. But it would be nice if, some of the links that we have, people use those. We do the same stuff. Hey, it doesn't cost you anything. And I'll have an affiliate link rant. I really will. Because it doesn't cost you anything to use affiliate links, especially when they're your friends' affiliate links. And they'll make 2 to 3% off of it. So they don't make a killing off it, but it does help out and support things. So why not use those links to help people out and support them? But it was people out of the blue that says, hey, do you know why this would press this way? And I'm like, I'm like, what's your order number so I can go look? Oh, no, I got these from somebody else, but they're not answering. Well, what do you, because I'm knowledgeable and I should just take the time out to be able to help you with that? I don't want to be the a-hole, but sometimes I got to be the a-hole on it. It just goes that way. I really, we do a lot of things where we do stuff without expecting things back, right? Plenty of people that we help, and what do we get out of that? You turn around and help somebody else, and then it just works. The universe evens itself out with that. Do you believe in karma? I don't know. You put out what you get back. I don't know, but I try to help everybody I can. I try to be as forgiving with people as I can. I try to be as patient with people as I can, but time is valuable. And when I start looking at the big picture of things, is we got limited time left. Not everybody has the same amount of time left. And what are you going to do with the remaining time that you have? you're not doing something that's bringing you joy and happiness, why are you doing it? If something is causing you stress, why are you letting it? And like, I don't know. It's tough for me to there. Like I said, there's so much in my head I need to get out, and I'm trying to do better at it. And we'll eventually get there. We'll eventually get there for it. And Jeff said, James, you were helping him as well. So help works both ways. Absolutely, man. Like a lot of time, like this, you don't realize how much you guys are here. Hey, I can hear all of your voices when I read your comments. Like some of you, I haven't heard your voices before. So you might have a totally different voice in my head than what you do. But we're all here to help each other out, and that's sometimes what we need. On this side, just being able to talk 3 times a week and get that out of here, and let everybody know that hey, we're here for it. Thank you. Still going strong because of your help. Love that. Something I did helped out. Use my affiliate link. I'm gonna push that to hell. But that's what we got. Brain dumping. Brain dumping. Put your ideas out there. Try and get a little organized. Let's see what happens with it. Like you said, check out the plot if you're in the same situation I am, where you just have a lot going on and you need to do it. Now, with that, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And Brian says, if we didn't do things that stress us out, we wouldn't be business owners. I just don't want it to stress me out as much anymore. The thing is I can tell, like, okay, we'll go, because I've got a call at 9:30 with our mentorship community. So we're going to go right from that to this. I know that overall in our industry that things have slowed down. And the reason I know this is because of people that we print for that traditionally were ordering thousands per month are not doing that. And so my first assumption is they found another printer. Sky is falling. They found another printer. We're never getting another order from them. They were there. Well, I had to get off my ass, and I just checked in with them. Hey, just checking to see how things were going. We've been slow here, and we've been hearing from others as slow. Just checking in with you to see how you're doing. And I'm getting a lot of that same feedback. Yeah, it was a slower January and February than we had the year prior. So we're just waiting on things to come in. I have other ones that, no shit, $500,000 businesses a year, and they are doing fractional percentages of what they did last year at this time, and they're like, we can't make payroll right now. And I'd be like, what? They, what do you mean you can't make payroll right now? They're like, that's how slow it's gotten. We've laid people off. We've done it, and so it's like, oh, okay. Well, what can we do to help? I don't know. Find me some more business. A lot of the stuff that they were doing has went away, or lost jobs and that's why with us, there's companies that we've done stuff for years, and they're getting bids on stuff now. That we said, oh, all right, we'll see what happens. I know for a fact that we've got 2 of these on here that could be thousands of dollars worth of orders that we may not get, and my anxiety says that we're not going to get them. And so then it's like, oh, well, we're not going to get them because I already put that out there. I want the jobs. I love doing the jobs. Would love to do it, but I'm not counting on those jobs to come in, because what if something happens? Like, we don't get them. So it is one of those things where we get stuck with it. And so things are slower in general in our industry. Now, I know people that they've already, doubling up what they did last year at this time. They're having a record-breaking year. They are just as surprised as anybody else. They're hiring people in. They haven't changed anything, and it just kind of happened. But from the majority of people I've talked to, is their sales are down from the year before. And so I said, okay, that I hate to say this, but it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to know that you're slow too, because then it's just not me. But our thing is when the industry slows down, we definitely slow down, because instead of people ordering, thousands per month, maybe now they're ordering hundreds. So we have to replace those thousands, and that's scary. That's scary to think that when we look at the 3 sides of our business, the retail side, like I said, we've got stores we're wanting to set up and go and put things out there. I am almost guaranteeing half of those ones right now will be open in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So that's a plus. DTF, we got to keep pushing on that. I'm going to have to start running some ads to get some stuff in there, because I feel like we provide a an amazing product at an affordable price with great turnaround time. So why are you not using me? Why are you not using me? And then on the other side, on the mentorship and coaching side of it, we've got I screwed up on a client. They were sold, ready to go, and the link didn't work, and so they weren't able to pay, and now I've been ghosted. So learned my lesson on that. So I've been averaging 2 calls a week for our Spirit Wear program, and that's great because I'm learning things about it that people aren't sure of and how to make it better for them. We brought a couple people on, so hey, thank you to those. There is a payment option for those that want it or need it. You're able to do that, but we're just going to focus. We're going to keep focused on stuff. All right. The next call, 17 minutes over in our mentorship community. We'll get that one going. Remember, all of the links are down in our description, so you can find the stuff for JP Plus that we get from. You can find Plod. You can find Shopify. You can find Xtool. That can be a great conversation of now that we don't. Yeah, that's been an interesting few days on that. So good times there. Maybe we'll talk about that more on Friday. And that's it. That's what we got for you today. So everybody have an amazing day. Remember, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So make sure to like and subscribe and share. Sharing is free. Go take this. If you have a group, or you manage something, let me know. Let's see how we can work together and stuff. I'd love to talk to new people. Maybe does anybody want to do some guest spots? Bring some guests on here. What can I do besides be froze up? What can I do besides be froze up? So you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We'll